Welcome to Let's Know History.
Today, we are going to explore the Vittala Temple of Hampi, one of the most famous monuments of the Vijayanagara Empire and a proud UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can see the excitement already as we hop into the electric buggy with friends. This ride may look simple, but it's taking us closer to a place where history meets wonder and where every stone has a story waiting to be told. Now we arrive at our first stop, the Gejjala Mantapa. This elegant open pavilion, built with tall granite pillars, is believed to have hosted royal ceremonies and temple processions. The name Gejjala comes from the sound of tinkling anklets and temple bells that once echoed here during festive gatherings. Local stories say dancers and musicians performed in this mandapa to welcome the deity during grand rituals. Even though it now stands silent, the carvings and open design still remind us of the rhythm and celebrations that once filled this sacred space. As we move closer to the Vittala Temple, the buggy takes us through a path filled with history. On the way, we pass by the horse mandapa, a pavilion believed to have once sheltered the royal horses of the Vijayanagara Empire. Its pillars still carry carvings that tell us how important cavalry was to the dynasty. Alongside, you can see the ruins of an ancient bazaar street. Centuries ago, this stretch was alive with traders selling precious stones, silk, and spices. Today, the broken pillars stand quietly, but they remind us of the bustling market that once connected Hampi to the world. And if you look closely, life still thrives here. Monkeys play among the old pillars, adding a touch of mischief to this historic walkway. This path, lined with stories of kings, markets, and daily life, finally leads us to the magnificent Vittala Temple. As we step into the Vittala Temple complex, Karnataka's crown jewel of Vijayanagara architecture unfolds before us. In a sweeping glance, we see the iconic stone chariot, the massive Mahamandapa, the resonant Ranga Mandapa, the ceremonial Kalyana Mandapa, the festive Utsava Mandapa, and of course, the sacred Garbha Griha. Each structure holds its own story waiting to be revealed. Our eyes rest on its most iconic monument, the stone chariot. Built in the early 15th century during the reign of King Krishnadevaraya, this shrine represents the height of Vijayanagara artistry. Though it looks like a single block, the chariot was ingeniously built from many granite slabs, joined so precisely that the seams are almost invisible. The wheels were carved in such detail that they once appeared capable of turning, and the panels along the base are filled with images of gods, warriors, animals, and floral motifs, a showcase of Vijayanagara craftsmanship. Originally, two finely carved horses stood in front as if pulling the chariot. In later years, these were replaced with elephants, but if you look closely, the broken remains of the original horses are still visible behind them. This chariot was not meant to move in processions like the great wooden temple cars of South India. Instead, it was a permanent, eternal symbol of faith, a reminder that just as Lord Vittala's glory is unshakable, so too was the might of the Vijayanagara Empire. As we step into the Ranga Mantapa of Vittala Temple, we encounter one of Hampi's most extraordinary marvels, the musical pillars. There are 56 of these pillars, each carved from solid granite. At first glance, they look like ordinary supports, but when gently tapped, each produces distinct musical tones. Some sound like drums, others like stringed instruments, and together they create a stone symphony unlike anything else in the world. What makes them truly mysterious is the craftsmanship. The pillars are not hollow, and no hidden chambers have ever been found. Modern scientists and archaeologists have studied them for decades, yet the exact method of their acoustic design remains unsolved. These pillars were not only architectural wonders but also cultural stages. Temple rituals here were filled with music and dance, and the Rangamantapa echoed with devotional performances. The Vijayanagara kings believed that art was a form of worship, and these pillars carried that spirit, turning stone into sound. To protect them, visitors are no longer allowed to strike the pillars today, but the legends and the awe they inspire continue to make them one of India's most fascinating mysteries. Among the many sculpted wonders of Vittala Temple, one pillar stands out, the Dashavatara pillar. On its surface are carved the 10 incarnations of Lord Vishnu, from Matsya, the fish who saved the world, to Kalki, the warrior yet to appear at the end of this age. Each avatar is placed carefully, one above the other, reminding devotees that whenever the balance of the world is disturbed, Vishnu descends to restore order. For pilgrims of Vijayanagara, this single pillar carried the whole cosmic story of creation, preservation, and renewal. Even today, it is a powerful reminder of the temple's sacred purpose, celebrating Vishnu in all his divine forms. We now enter the Garbhagriha, the sacred core of the Vittala temple. This was once the divine seat of Lord Vittala, a form of Vishnu, and though the idol no longer remains, the sanctum still breathes an aura of sanctity. The mandapa pillars surrounding the shrine are alive with carvings, guardians, floral motifs, and celestial beings, as if protecting the space where the deity once stood. In Vijayanagara times, this was where rituals, music, and offerings reached their spiritual peak, connecting worshippers directly to the divine. Even in its emptiness today, the Garbhagriha has a powerful presence. It reminds us that while idols may be lost to time, the faith and devotion that built this temple still echo in every stone. As we step out of the sanctum, a sacred frangipani tree greets us in the courtyard. Simple, silent, yet revered, it stands as the living guardian of Vittala temple. With the temple walls behind and its branches reaching to the sky, we are reminded that while empires fade, faith continues to grow, rooted deep in both stone and soil. And so, our journey through the Vittala temple comes to a close. Here, where stones once sang, where gods were worshipped with music and dance, and where even a sacred tree still stands as witness, Hampi reminds us that history is never truly silent. These ruins are not just broken walls, they are echoes of a golden age, whispers of devotion, and timeless art carved into eternity. Thank you for walking with us through this wonder of Vijayanagara. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Let's Know History. Until our next story, keep exploring, keep discovering, and keep the spirit of history alive.